The Hong Kong government's proposal to let mainland Chinese visitors enter the city in their own cars might seem a minor issue. But for this crowd of protesters, it is yet another threat to their way of life, a way of life which Hong Kong people believe is distinctly different and in their eyes superior to their neighbours in mainland China.
最主要今日嗰個議題就係反對自駕遊嗰個政策啦，同埋係覺得香港嘅資源越嚟越唔夠分配俾本地嘅人啦。
咁你唔多唔少，你咁多，你好老實，我哋中國10億人口，你放唔好話放1000，放幾百萬落嚟啦，咁你其實應該可能已經係多過你香港人㗎咯喎，自身嘅香港人㗎咯喎。咁你本土文化你有乜嘢同我講有咩本土文化存在啊？香港依本土文化呢幾年又俾人拆得又拆㗎咯。其實如果香港係樣樣同大中國城市一樣嘅話，咁香港仲有咩吸引價值啊？我好想知道。
156 years of British rule means that many people who live in the city identify themselves primarily as Hongkongers rather than Chinese. This is something that the government is trying to change by making what it calls national education compulsory, which makes some parents and teachers uncomfortable. The fear of inundation has been building over the last few years, with the number of visitors from mainland China growing rapidly. Their presence has become a key driver of the economy, contributing significantly to GDP and job creation. Many in Hong Kong complain about how the city's urban landscape has changed. For example, luxury chains catering to mainland tourists have pushed out many small, independent retailers. This was why thousands protested outside Dolce & Gabbana in January after its staff stopped locals from taking pictures of its shop window while allowing mainland Chinese customers to snap away freely. But feelings have boiled over into rage recently because of growing signs that Hong Kong's maternity services are buckling under the massive demand that's coming from over the border. Of the roughly 90,000 babies born in Hong Kong last year, nearly 40% had parents who were mainland residents. It's great news for private hospitals and medical tourism. For local mothers, however, it means less access to antenatal care, crowded maternity wards, and the very real prospect of having to recover from the birth in a corridor.
即係都有我見好多排隊都係內地產子嘅孕婦，但其實都係唔係咁方便嘅。有時要等症咧，因為太多內地孕婦咧，都要等成2-3個鐘先等到。作為專業人士，我冇得揀服務咩人，但係我作為一個媽媽，好想幫我 BB 爭取翻啲權益。我覺得我哋香港納稅人即係養唔到咁多雙非嘅 BB。
Many people in Hong Kong grew up thinking that their way of life was superior to their communist neighbours. Today, however, the city's growing dependence on mainland China's increasing wealth is challenging their sense of identity. This is most commonly expressed as contempt for mainland Chinese visitors' unfamiliarity with Hong Kong's stricter standards of civic behaviour. This was brought sharply into focus by a video posted on YouTube that has gathered hundreds of thousands of hits. The clip shows a heated exchange between a Hong Kong couple and a mainland woman over the fact that she allows her child to eat noodles inside a train carriage. The bad feeling is not just on one side. This professor from Peking University has accused people from the former British colony of being dogs of imperialism.
The negative attitude held by certain portions of Hong Kong people towards that development actually just reflects the increasing interaction between mainlanders and Hong Kong people, not only economically but also politically, socially and culturally. Especially when we look back onto Hong Kong's history, Hong Kong people had long held negative attitude of not only mainland's political system but also certain cultural habits of the mainland people.
Hong Kong is reaping the many benefits of a smooth economic integration with mainland China. But money isn't everything. 15 years after the city's return to the motherland, there's still a lot of local people, including this crowd here, who place a lot of value on the city's unique history and their own cultural identity. Social integration between the two places is going to take a very long time. Enid Tsui, Financial Times, Hong Kong.